The government has invoked the Emergencies Act to supplement provincial and territorial capacity to address the blockades and occupations.
Welcome to Hold the Line. I'm Buck Sexton. That was Prime Minister Trudeau of Canada announcing his implementation of Canada's Emergencies Act. This is the first time the act has ever been invoked. Now, let's just start with why is he doing this? Well, of course, it's in response to the trucker protest in Ottawa, but there's supposed to be statutory, legal reasons for why you could or should do this. The Emergencies Act may be invoked for the following reasons: espionage or sabotage, foreign influence activities, threats or use of acts of serious violence for political, religious, or ideological objectives, covert, unlawful acts intended to undermine or overthrow the constitutionally established government. So basically, insurrection, domestic terrorism, or some foreign plot to harm the country. None of that applies here. None of that is actually in any way the situation. Here's what's really going on. The left in Canada has completely lost its mind. They're acting like lunatics over ongoing vaccine mandates and a host of other pandemic restrictions that don't work. Get a grip, libs. Doesn't work. And so that's why we look at this and say, what's the point? What exactly are they trying to accomplish with all this? It feels a lot like maybe what they just want here is power. And they want to continue to wield power in a way that is in excess of what they could do before the pandemic. And where does this leave us now? You have truckers who are not budging, and you have a government that, with Trudeau, the leftist pseudo-intellectual beta male running the show, he may in fact decide to send in the police because he has expanded the toolkit. We'll get into that in a second. But first, he's promising everybody, don't worry, my use of this unprecedented, effectively martial law declaration is going to be like really limited. Watch.
I want to be very clear. The scope of these measures will be time-limited, geographically targeted, as well as reasonable and proportionate to the threats they are meant to address. The Emergencies Act will be used to strengthen and support law enforcement agencies at all levels across the country. This is about keeping Canadians safe, protecting people's jobs, and restoring confidence in our institutions.
Wait a second. What exactly does that mean? Now, why declare martial law effectively and then say, don't worry, it's going to be like a really gentle, be very Canadian-style martial law, you could say. Well, what does that look like? When you are the first person, the first prime minister since this law was passed in, I believe it was 1988, to use this, people would say, well, hold on a second. We're talking about now over 30 years that this has not been invoked, and you're going to tell us that this is going to be just a straightforward, a gentle application of this law? What if the truckers don't move? What if they don't want to cave? Because, let's be honest, Trudeau's government could collapse over this.